So hello and very good morning dear students. I hope you all are ready for the mathematics class. In the last lecture we have started the third exercise. I have explained you the formulas, the axiomatic approach of the probability. Okay, now we are going to start with the exercise and we'll do some questions. I am taking one question that if 3 coins are tossed, then find the probability of getting. There are around 9 questions. We'll be solving each and every one. Okay, and I will be explaining you the meaning of exactly, at most, at least. Okay, these 3 words you need to understand very clearly. In the last lecture, I have told you what is the meaning of or in probability and in probability. Okay, similarly for at least case, for at most case, and for exactly case, what we have to understand, how we have to understand these words, because these words are important for understanding the things. Okay, so 3 coins are tossed. Can you tell me how many sample space will be there? So we know that there are 2 faces of the coin, and if we are tossing it 3 times, 2 to the power 3, that is 8. That means 8 sample space we will be getting. So what will be the sample space? How are we going to calculate? Okay, so first of all, see, I am writing when a coin is tossed 2 times, or if 2 coins are tossed or a coin is tossed 2 times, which is same at a time. So this 4 sample space will be going to happen. But we are tossing it 3 times and 8 are the sample space. So with this 2, one time you add, see, let me just copy paste it. I am giving you a short way to find out all the 8 sample space very easily. So that is what I am taking the help of or tossing a coin 2 times. So tossing a coin 2 times, so you have this 4 sample space. At one time you add H to all, and one time you add T to all. So you got 8 sample space like this. Okay, hope this is clear to you. Now what is the very first question? What is the probability of getting 3 heads? So what is that probability of getting 3 heads? As in the whole sample space, you have only one, which is the one favorable case. So number of favorable case upon total number of outcomes. Now the second question is probability of exactly 2 heads. So what do you mean by exactly 2 heads? Means 2 heads should be there. If you can see the sample space, in this you have 2 heads, in this you have 2 heads. This is also 2-headed structure, 2-headed outcome. So you have only 3 possible ways. So 3 by 8. I hope this is clear. Then what will be the probability of at least 2 heads? Now try to understand the meaning of at least case. Whenever you come across a word which is at least, so understand in such a way that at least 2 should be there. If 3 are there, then also it is acceptable. Means if at least 2 heads they are saying, then 2 heads you have to see, as well as you have to move further. Okay, you will go for 3 heads. If it is a 4, if you are tossing it 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, then you have to move more forward. Okay, so at least 2 heads. So these 2 heads, these 3 are the fixed ones. You can go for 3 heads more, so you have to include this also. So on a total you have favorable case 4, total number is 8, so answer is 1 upon 2. Now if you go for the 4th question, what is that probability of getting at most 2 heads? So now understand the meaning of at most 2 heads. What is the meaning of at most? So whenever you come across the word at most, this is totally opposite of at least case. What I told for at least, that you have to go further, that means you have to take for the maximum, but for at most you have to go in the minimum. And how much minimum? Try to understand. At most 2 heads. So at most 2 heads means this is 2 head, this is 2 head, this is 2 head. 1 head you have to accept. So this is one-headed, this is one-headed, this is one-headed, and no head is also acceptable. So here you don't have any head. Okay, so for at least case we have to go in maximum numbers, and for the utmost case you may please write this on the top of the copy. For utmost we go for the minimum number. Okay, so for utmost two heads are acceptable, one head is acceptable, and if there is no head then also it is okay. So we saw that 7 are the favorable case upon total number of cases. Okay, now let us go to the fifth question. The fifth question is no head. Probability of getting no head. What is the meaning of no head? That means all the tails. This is only one outcome, so 1 by 8. Then next one is probability of getting 3 tails. You can do exactly 2 tails. Also you can do no tails. You can do an exactly 1 tail. This question you can easily do. So the main thing was these 3 words, which is exactly, at least, and utmost. Okay, I hope these 3 words are clear to you. Now let us come to the another questions. Okay. Now try to understand this question. A committee of 2 members are to be selected from 2 men and 2 women. What is the probability of the committee will have no men, 1 man, 2 men? Okay, so let there be 2 men, that is M1 and M2, and 2 women, W1, W2. Okay, so what can be the sample space of making 2 members of the committee? Let us take these 2. So M1, M2, then this M1, W1, M2, W2, then this M2, W1, M2, W2, and these 2 can also make. Okay, so W1, W2. So what will be the probability of no men? So from here can you see that there is only one favorable case where no man is there. So 1 upon total is how much? 6. So answer is 1 by 6. 1 man. What do you mean by 1 man? That means 1 man is required. So if you can see that except this case, rest all are having 1 man. Oh sorry. 1 man only. So this one and this one. Okay, we don't have to take this also because 2 women are there. So total we have 4 by 6, which is 2 by 3. Then what will be for the third probability of 2 men? Okay, so for 2 men you have only one favorable case, whole upon 6, so 1 by 6. This will be the answer. So now this is what the simple sorting we have done. We can say that we have used the combination. Okay, so that is why this was the simple one. Now we have to go in the complex combinations. Okay, and we have to solve the questions. Okay, we'll do those questions. Okay, now let us come to the next question. Now try to understand this question. 6 persons sits in a row. What is the probability that A and B are sitting adjacent to each other? Okay, so like there are 6 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and if let us consider if from the 6 there are 2 persons A and B, they are sitting adjacent to each other. What is the meaning of adjacent? That means just next to each other. So if you consider that if A is sitting here, then B is sitting here, that means these 2 are adjacent to each other. So we have to find the probability that you find, that means when A and B are adjacent to each other. Okay, so you know that the total probability, what will be the, what will be the sample space? That means you will be getting 6 factorial ways when all these 6 will be sitting in a row. Okay, so the sample space, that means the number of sample space will be how much? 6 factorial, which is 720. Okay, because the number of ways of sitting those 6 people will be 6 factorial, which is 720. Now if A and B are sitting adjacent to each other, okay, so we can take this pair, one pair, this 2 pair, 3, 4 and 5. Did you understand? AB may be sitting here, these two, these two, these two and these two. So there are total how many cases we got? 5. So the favorable cases are 5 factorial because AB they can sit in 5 factorial ways. Okay, 5 factorial. And if this AB changes its orientation, means BA, 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 then also they are adjacent to each other. Okay, so into 2 factorial we have to do. This is 120 into 2, which is how much? 240. So what will be the probability when A and B are adjacent to each other? It will be the number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. This if you cancel, and you can cancel this with the table of 3. Okay, this will be 8 and this will be 24. Okay, and this is directly cancelled. So answer is 1 by 3. So what do you mean by this answer 1 by 3? That means from every 3 outcomes, one will be an outcome where A and B will sit adjacent to each other. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, now let's head to the next question. Let us do a question which is based on odd in favor and odd against the event, which I have explained you in the basic part. So 2 dice are thrown and we have to find what are the odds in favor of getting the sum 5 and what are the odds against getting the sum 6. So these 2 questions are there. So if 2 dice are thrown, then you may have 36 outcomes by 6 square, which is 36, and those 36 I explain you in a very short 1 1, 1 2, 1 3 and so on up to 1 6. Why? In first die 1 came and in the second die 1 came. So like that 36 outcomes are to be explained. So I have written in very short 1 1, 1 2, 1 3 and so on up to 1 6. 2 1, 2 2, 2 3 and so on up to 2 6, and this will go to 6 1, 6 2 and so on up to 6 6. So a total of 36 outcomes. Now what is the number of getting 5? So from this combination, the getting sum 5, that means the sum on the die should be 5, that is 1 and 4. This combination will give you sum 5 because 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 3, 3 2, 4 1. So on a total you have how many? 4 outcomes whose sum we are getting 5. So what will be the probability of getting sum 5, which is there are 4 possible outcomes upon total number of outcomes, which is what? 1 upon 9. Just keep it. Now what is the formula for odd in favor? Okay, so I am just rubbing this part. So odd in favor, the formula is odds in favor formula is P upon 1 minus P. What is this P? Probability of getting whatever you are having the question, that is getting the sum. So this is P, which is what? 1 by 9. So 1 by 9 upon 1 minus 1 by 9. So what will be answer? 1 upon 9. Taking the LCM we get 8 upon 9. Then cancel 9 with 9. 1 by 8, which is to be written 1 is to 8. So every 8 for 1 will be odd in favor. That means getting the sum 5. Now can you go for odd against getting the sum 6? So can you tell me what will be the number of getting sum 6? So you can have what all combinations? Starting with 1 5, then 2 4, then 3 3, okay, then 4 2, then 5 1. I hope this much only. So how many? 1 2 3 4 5. So there are 5 combinations where we are getting sum 6. Okay, so what is odd against? The formula for odd against is in this reverse order. That means 1 minus P upon P. So here what will be the probability? 5 by 36. So 1 minus 5 by 36 upon 5 by 36. On taking LCM, you will get 31 upon 5, which is 31 is to 5. I hope this question is clear to you. Okay. Now let us go to the next question. Okay. Okay, now try to understand very important question. Okay, this is two cards are drawn simultaneously from pack of 52 cards. Okay, so in this definitely we are going to use the combination concept. You are given with 52 cards, and from those 52 cards you have to draw two cards. Okay, so what will be the possible ways of drawing two cards from the 52 cards, that is 52C2. Okay, so the sample space first of all. Okay, so the number of sample space will be how much? 52C2. Getting my point? Okay, so the number of sample space is 52C2. And what is the first question? That getting both red cards. Okay, so what are the number of getting red cards? So first of all, number of red cards you take. How many red cards are there? 26, because the hearts and the diamonds, okay, this hearts and diamonds, they are of red color. Okay, so the hearts is of 13 and this diamond shoot is also of 13, so 13 plus 13, 26. So from this red card you want to get two red cards. So what will be the number of getting sample space of getting two cards here, which is 52C2, and getting a red card, so it will be 26C2. So what will be the probability of getting the red card? So how you will find the probability of getting red card? The number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. So what is 26C2? You know, there is a short trick of finding the 26C2 or any of the number 26. Write 26 and 25 upon 2 into 1. How I am doing? See, this is 26C2. 2. How you have to relate this to? Take this 26, this 1, and you go in the reverse 25. So 26, 25 upon this 2 is 2 into 1. If this was, maybe if this for instance, if it is 26C3, then you would have gone 26 into 25 into 24 upon 3 into 2 into 1, like that. Okay, can you understand this? 52C2, this will be 52 into 51 upon 2 into 1. Definitely these two will be getting cancelled. 26 with 52 two times, they will get 25 upon 102. Answer. Now what is the probability of getting red picture? Picture means the face cards. There are total how many face cards? 12 face cards, because for every suit there are 3 face cards. So on a total 12. But red pictures. So we have these two hearts and diamonds. Okay, and this is also having 3 face card. This is also having 3 face card. So what will be the probability of getting red face card? Yeah, red picture. That is number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. How I am writing this 6C2? Because we have 6 face cards. From those 6 face cards, we have to draw only 2 cards, because the question is of 2 red pictures. Okay, so from 6, just taking a sample of 2 cards will be 6C2, and the total number of outcome is 52C2. With the help of calculators, you can get the answer of this question. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. So students, I am winding up here. I hope you will do the question. In the next lecture, we will continue with this exercise. We will do some more questions of this exercise, and then we will head to the next one. Okay. Please see the examples. You know, if you can see the examples, there are 57 examples are there, and there are around like 48 questions. So you can understand the importance of examples. Okay. So please, whenever you do questions, go through the example. 10 to 15 examples you just see, and when you come to exercise, you will feel comfortable to do the questions. Okay, because example helps you a lot. I'm not doing examples here, I'm taking only the exercise questions, but for you, examples as well as the exercises. Okay, better you can write in the copy so that it will give you a good practice. Okay, so I'm winding up here. We'll come up with more questions. Till that, do practice. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.